AI is everywhere, right? It's all anyone is talking about. But here's the thing. For all the chatter about fancy algorithms and massive data sets, the real make-or-break factor for AI, well, it has almost nothing to do with the tech itself. Nope, it's about something way more human.
And this quote, it absolutely nails it. The constraint is not technology, the constraint is leadership. That's the key to this whole conversation. Success isn't about who has the best code, it's about who has the clearest strategy. And that strategy, it has to be driven from the very top. So let's really dig into what that looks like.
So, okay, what is the real AI challenge then? Well, first off, you've got to realize AI isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. It's here, it's now. Think about it. AI is already deciding who gets a loan. It's predicting when your supply chain might break. It's making huge decisions inside companies today. And that simple fact changes everything.
And here it is, the single most important shift you need to make. For years, if a new technology came along, what did leaders do? They tossed it over to the IT department. You guys handle it, right? Well, you absolutely cannot do that with AI. Why? Because AI gets to the very heart of how your business runs, how it thinks. It changes your decision-making DNA. That makes it a strategy discipline, period. And leadership has to own it. End of story.
And this really breaks it down. The old way of thinking, oh, tech is just for automation. Making stuff a little bit faster, a little bit cheaper. But the new reality with AI, it's a whole different ballgame. Now we're talking about investing in your company's ability to make decisions. That's the real prize. The competitive edge isn't just about being efficient anymore. It's about who can make smarter, quicker decisions. That is the new battlefield.
Okay, but wait a second. If AI is this huge, game-changing opportunity, why are so many AI projects, well, failing? I mean, companies are pouring billions, literally billions of dollars into this stuff, and a lot of it just isn't delivering any real results. And the reason why, it's probably not what you think.
Take a look at this. This chart pretty much says it all. See that little tiny slice for technical issues? Yeah, that's it. The real culprits, the big reasons for failure, they're all about the organization. You've got lack of strategic alignment, diffuse accountability, which is just a fancy way of saying nobody's actually in charge, and the company just not being ready. It's so clear, right? This is a leadership gap, not a tech gap.
So what is the leader's job in all of this? Well, think of them as the bridge. They're the ones who connect the super smart tech stuff to actual business value. Without a strong leader acting as that bridge, AI is just a cool, very, very expensive science project. It's disconnected. It's floating out there with no connection to what actually matters for the business.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. But let's pivot to the solution. Because here's the good news. This is totally fixable. This isn't some impossible puzzle. There's actually a straightforward, actionable playbook that leaders can use to get this right. And it all boils down to just six essential actions. Think of these as the absolute must-dos, the non-negotiables. These are the things that leaders themselves have to champion to make sure AI actually works. So let's walk through them.
All right, here it is, the leader's AI playbook. First up, number 1, define where AI creates value. I mean, don't just do AI for AI's sake. Figure out exactly where it gives you a real measurable edge. Number 2, align initiatives to outcomes. Every single AI project needs to be tied to a clear business goal, not just some tech metric. 3, prepare the organization. This is huge. You got to get your data right, get your people trained, and get your whole operating model ready. 4, and this one's critical, establish governance and ethics from day one. Don't wait until something goes wrong. Build the guardrails at the very beginning. 5, actively lead adoption. You can't just build it and hope they come. You have to communicate the why over and over again. And finally, number 6, design for human-AI collaboration. The goal isn't to replace people, it's to build systems where humans and AI make each other better. These 6 steps, this is your foundation for success.
Now, if you actually follow that playbook, it's going to force you to face 3 really big things head-on: risk, people, and change. Because remember, AI isn't just another item on a project list. It's a deep, fundamental shift that changes your company's risk, how your people work, and basically the entire process of change itself.
All of a sudden, you're dealing with brand new kinds of strategic risk. I'm talking about algorithms that are biased and lead to really unfair results. Or you've got these black box AI models making decisions you can't even explain to your customers or to a regulator. And the potential for misusing data, that can kill your company's reputation overnight. These are not little tech bugs for the IT team to patch. These are massive business risks that require leaders to make tough calls on ethics and who's accountable. And that leads us to maybe the biggest misunderstanding about AI, what it means for people. The first thing everyone worries about is AI is going to take my job. But the real strategic goal, the thing we should actually be aiming for, is completely different. It's not about replacement, it's about amplification.
And this comparison shows you why. Look at what AI is great at: incredible scale and speed, finding patterns in data that no human brain could ever spot. But look at the human side. We bring context, creativity, and that all-important ethical judgment. The real magic, the breakthrough, that happens when you create a system where these two things team up.
Okay, so we've talked a lot of theory, but how does this all add up to a real-world competitive advantage? Well, it turns out there's a pattern that shows up again and again, no matter what industry you're in.
Just check out this table. The pattern is so consistent. In healthcare, the AI can improve diagnostic accuracy, but it's the leadership that has to build a whole new model of care around it. In finance, AI is amazing at spotting fraud, but it's leaders who decide how much risk they're willing to take. Same in retail. AI can personalize everything, but leadership has to create the brand experience. See the theme here? The AI gives you the what, the insight, but leadership provides the so what. What does this mean for us? And the now what? What are we going to do about it?
So let's wrap this all up. Here's the bottom line. If you treat AI like it's just another piece of automation software, yeah, you might get a little faster, a little cheaper, some small wins. But if you want a real, lasting competitive advantage, the kind that actually changes the game, you have to treat AI as what it is, a core discipline of leadership.
And that leaves us with one final and really critical question that you have to ask about your own company. Is AI being treated like just another tech project to be managed? Or is it being embraced at the very top as a leadership discipline? Because honestly, the answer to that question is probably going to decide whether you're a winner or a loser in the decade to come.